All right. So, what's the most spontaneous thing you've done? Something that might be ill-advised or potentially very costly. Well, like most bad decisions these days, the most spontaneous thing to date in my life started on the internet. So how does this sound for spontaneous? We bought a 38-year-old Land Cruiser, sight unseen, off a classifieds ad off the internet. And it's on the other side of the country. So I was reading a news article and there's a little ad on the side and I saw it was a photo of a HJ47, which is my dream car. So I just clicked on this little ad, it popped up, and then I saw the price. Anyways, I didn't even know why I did it, but I just sort of sent the guy a message and just sort of inquired about it. But first I'll give you a little context as to how my love of old Toyotas started. So my old man, he bought a brand new Hilux and he had an old Hilux from 2000. He'd been a farm vehicle for 17 years and had a few small issues, that's why I got the new one. And he said, do you want this? I needed a car at the time. And I kind of liked the idea of having a ute, so I said, yeah, sweet, sounds good. Yeah, from there it really just rolled on. So in that photo there, I'm actually in the passenger seat with my mate Brad driving. I was teaching him how to drive a manual. We'd already had the ute for 8 years at that stage, but yeah, on the farm then. And if you told me then, when I was 15, that I would be driving the ute around Australia in 10 years after that photo was taken, I wouldn't believe you. But yeah, so I had a lot of memories in that ute even then, and many years after, driving around on my P's, going to country races, things like that. And because I had this ute, four-wheel drive, plenty of space in the back, it was at this time Holly and I decided we'd start doing a few camping trips. So yeah, we started off bare bones stuff, like I'm talking dome tent, little air mattress, couple of cheap chairs and a gas cooker. And yeah, we're just going away on weekends and just, I don't know, getting out of the city for a bit.
So I was slightly hesitant to go camping when Matt first asked because I had a few bad experiences as a kid. So after a few small trips, we started to make it into a bit of a hobby, so we became more serious and got better gear. And then I think our passion just kind of grew from there.
So I had a pretty average job at the time. I needed a bit of a sea change, and we were camping, we were touring a fair bit at this, sort of stage every weekend, every opportunity we had.
So one night I suggested to make it a full-time thing and to go traveling around Australia.
I mean, obviously I was all for it. It was a good excuse to start spending some money on the ute. So we set a date, and it was 18 months. We had 18 months to work, save enough money, and set the ute up to, go around Australia.
So at this point in time, we also decided that we were going to try and document the whole thing. This kind of came from Matt's love of photography, and we didn't really care if no one was going to watch it, even if it was just going to be Matt's mum. It was something that we always wanted to do along with the trip.
So yeah, at this stage we've been traveling for 9 months. We've just had the most amazing time so far. It's just the best lifestyle. I can tell you now, not working is pretty good.
And so it was at this point in the trip, 9 months down the road, literally. We're running out of money. We need to get back to reality, get jobs, potentially move back to Sydney, when we decided to buy a new old car on the other side of the country.
Usually girlfriend's the voice of reason at times like these, when you want to do a harebrained idea or it's crazy. But anyways, Holly seems pretty keen.
Yeah, I kind of thought it sounded like a bit of an adventure.
So I didn't buy it completely blind. I had my mate Jeff in Perth. If you've been watching our vlogs, you would have remembered him. We met him in the desert in a pub, and we ended up staying with him and his wife Chris in Perth for a few weeks. They're absolute legends, some of the best people we've met this trip. Luckily, he's also a Land Cruiser nut. He has two. One of them's a troop carrier. And yeah, he said he would go out and have a look at the car for me.
Hello.
G'day, Jeff. I'm calling off Holly's phone. It's a bit better reception.
Oh yeah, a lot better, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, look, so I sent you the link, and yeah, I know it's rough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you just got my last SMS.
Yes, I did. Yep.
Yeah. But no, I'll have a look at it.
So Jeff had a look, ran well, but the body's pretty rough. You know, these old HJ47s or the 40 series, they're all rusting at this stage. Do I know how to do bodywork? No. Do I know how to weld? Not really. I'm gonna really have to learn. So yeah, I don't really know what I don't know at this stage.
The vehicle's pretty honest. I don't see any big problems there.
Yep.
It's got there's a lot of panel work to do. I drove it. It drives well. When I say it drives well,
It drives like a 38-year-old Land Cruiser.
yeah, it's chalk and cheese. I've driven up in my Troopy, and it's fucking chalk and cheese. I tell you, I don't know why you're going down this track.
All right, so you're on the fence. You're sort of saying, well, it's what it looks like in the photos. It's a 38-year-old Land Cruiser. Bit of work on the body needs doing, but it drives.
Yep.
Driveline's okay and seems to at least work. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, like it's sort of like it is fun. It's fucking noisy and rattling and bumps and it's slow.
So after making the call and deciding to buy it, we bought one-way plane tickets to Perth. And so we're going to fly over, pick up this old bomb of a car that has no aircon, no power steering. It's probably going to be really uncomfortable and hot. We don't have any possessions in it, and we're going to drive it back across the country. And it only has a 4-speed gearbox, so it's not going to be a fast trip. So we're going to drive it back across where we can start restoring it, hopefully making it into a touring vehicle. And so this is going to be the OLT project.
Stay in the chair. So yeah, it's going to be the OLT project car, the OLT HJ47 Troop Carrier. Is that my dream car?
Yeah. We're doing it.
Oh man, I'm happy. I'm keen to see it. Keen to see it. Yeah, no, should be good, mate. All right, mate. I'll talk to you soon, mate. Too easy, Brett. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks very much. Bye. Just bought a 38-year-old Land Cruiser on the other side of
The country.
one of the largest countries in the world. Cool. Let's go get it.